So today is bath day. So we have Dolly. I've got a bowl which I'm going to use for water. I'm in my kitchen, so I've got water right here on the tap, which is just out of shot. I've got all my combs, I've got my conditioner, I've got the Wonder Sponges, and apparently you need to use dish soap. Let me just get that out. So I've got my usual Eco Store dishwashing liquid, which I'm going to use to do her hair. And I thought I'd use a bowl so you can sort of see what I'm doing. That's the general plan anyway. So here she is, matted hair, really dirty. How dirty she is. I mean, she is a really mucky girl. So the first thing to do is to excavate and take these clothes off. I haven't actually yet taken these clothes off, so this is the first time I'm having a little look what's underneath. I did peer under her clothes and I thought, oh, she's very beaten up and pretty dirty. Now, the clothes are filthy. They're going to need a soak. I'm not sure actually whether I'm going to save them because, to be honest, I mean, they're very old. They're handmade. Now, the tights are, they're, as I said in my previous video, I'll put a link to it up here somewhere, the tights have obviously been knitted as two legs the same and then sort of put together anyway. Now I don't know, I can't get this off. I'm actually just going to snip it off. It's just a bit of old felt. So that will definitely go in the bin, I think. And then these tights, oh, she's got some underwear on. So she's got these little tights, which hopefully will come off. Then we have some underwear, which this... This, I would imagine, I made myself. Here she is in all her glory. Slightly wobbly legs. Her legs are really quite wobbly actually, but I have a feeling they're just popped in. They're not, there's no sort of fancy mechanisms. They're just popped in. Right, dirty, dirty, dirty. And the only mark is this Made in England on the back of her, on her back. If the camera will pick that up, it may not. There are no other marks. Well, saying that, no other marks. She is covered in scratches and dents, and she's really quite beaten up, really. She's got some fairly damaged toes anyway. But she's obviously had a good life and been well loved. So there doesn't seem to be any, there's no actual sort of splits or anything like that, which is great. Nothing that I can see. She is missing quite a lot of hair. There's a whole bunch of holes here that don't have any hair in it, and she's missing quite a bit through the middle. But never mind, we will keep going. So I think what we might do first off is maybe just wash her body. I think that's the first job, just see if we can clean some of that off. So let's get some water. Now again, I'm just going to use the squeezy liquid, I think, that, you know, the washing up liquid, the detergent that the YouTube videos have said that I need to use. And I think the idea is just to sort of rub it on neat. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. Just try and clean her up, I suppose. Yeah, try not to get her too wet. Oh, she's pink underneath here. So that's quite good. I will continue on with this, give her a good sort of sponge bath and bring you back where I've sort of got something, I think. But she's definitely a different colour under the dirt, so that's good. I'm actually going to use a toothbrush as well because that's what they've recommended. So I have an old toothbrush. That, I think, will help, certainly with the fingers. Maybe I'll get a bit of squeezing on there. Yeah, because it's hard to get into her fingers and there's sort of crevices. Oh, that's good. Even that oil mark that I thought might be tricky to get off, it's actually come off really easily. Let's try her face now. we'll do a bit of her face. There's quite a difference actually. Her body is now quite pink and her face is really still quite brown. So let's hope that, oh yes. I'm just going to do one little bit and show you. I've just cleaned one little bit of her face. Can you see how filthy she is? So hopefully this is going to be quite satisfying, I think, because she does look to be incredibly mucky. She has got quite a lot of gunk up inside her eyes. I'm not quite sure how to get that out. Maybe with a toothpick and maybe a little bit of toilet paper or something. We'll do the main face and then we'll see if we can figure out what to do with the eyes to not do any further damage. Maybe I'll do the hair and then come back to these eyes. Anyway, I'll carry on with this and I will bring you back when I've got her into a bit of a her body a bit of a cleaner state, and then we'll have a look at the hair together. Okay, well, she has come up a lot cleaner. There are a few marks still there. You know, she had this really brown piece here and on her forehead. That is sort of still visible. You can see it's just a little bit still here and also around here. So I'm actually going to try the magic sponges just very carefully on those little bits. They're not very magic. Oh well, worth a try. Okay, so I think I've done the best I can with her body. So let's have a go at this hair. There is sort of stuff in it. So the first thing we're going to do is to submerge her head, try and keep her body out. I don't want to get water in her head if I can help it. And then I'm going to use this dish soap to try and clean up the hair. Now, looking at the internet, looking at YouTube, they say not to sort of scrunch and rub, but to sort of pull it down so that you're sort of not making any more knots than you have already. So that's what I'm going to try and do. There you go, Dolly. Oh, have a hair wash. That's nice, isn't it? So what I'm going to do now is just put some of this on. Don't know how much, that's probably way too much, but hey, because you've got to sort of work it through. You can really see her bald patches now. Never mind. We'll do you a nice hair later, eh? Right, I might rinse that. I might run her under the tap. Just like being in the salon's chair, really. Right. Okay, so we're back now. Some of those bits are still in her hair, but I'm hoping they will come out with the conditioner. I don't know what they are, but hopefully with the combing and the conditioner they'll come out. So we have a load of conditioner. I think we just need to put it on and then try with a wide tooth comb to start with and then get narrower. Quite a bit. I got the impression that you put quite a bit on, so I'm not skimping on this. I'm going to really layer it in there. From what I understand, the idea is to start sort of pulling it apart with your fingers and start on a small piece and just keep working through it. So I'm going to just try and separate it and then try and comb through with a wide tooth comb. So here we go. This takes me back, I have to say. Combing Dolly's hair. But I don't think I was this gentle. So I think the idea is that you start off at the ends and then work up towards the scalp. There's a bit of experimentation going to go on actually. I'm hoping not to lose too much hair. but yeah, I think probably the medium comb here actually is the better one. What else have I got? Well, that's a sort of a medium comb. Let's use the sparkly Dolly comb. This is not a comb that I'm going to keep for myself. It's the glitter comb is yes, a particular acquired taste, shall we say? Right, here we go. This is going to take some time, so I'll put you on fast forward for a little bit and then bring you back when I've got somewhere, I think. Okay, I will bring you back when I've got it all combed through and I can run the fine tooth comb through it. Because this is probably going to take a little bit of a while, I would say, and then we'll have a think about the next step. Okay, we have done it. So I started off with this comb, which had sort of wide prongs. Then I went through to this one, which sort of had medium teeth combs. And then I tried going to the fine side of this brown comb, but it was too fine. So then I moved to the black one because that's got a slightly coarser fine tooth. So I used that one instead. And that got me to here. I don't know why I cleaned all her body. She's covered in conditioner now. But that is all combed through with this comb, with the narrow comb, the finest tooth comb. How do you say it? The finest teeth on this comb, I can now get through this hair. So from what I understand now, because it goes through all of it, which is nice. Now, she has got a lot of split ends at the bottom. I think that's what they're called actually when I looked at the videos, the YouTube videos. So, and I have taken it all from the top as well. I can also affirm that this fringe is my handiwork. It's not done in any way that a doll would be created in. It's very random and it's a hatchet job, really. Anyway, it is what it is. I found that the best way is to bring all her hair to the back, because if I tried doing it down the side, she has a big bald patch in the middle. So she's just going to have all her hair coming down the back. This little bit I might just sort of style coming through there at the end. I think the next thing is to rinse off her hair, and then I'm going to try the boil wash, which is going to be very, very scary. Well, that is properly boiling on a rolling boil. So let's whip this off. Will it all shrivel up? No? I wonder how you tell if it's done. Maybe I'll try it another couple of times and then we'll leave her to dry and see how it turns out. What I do want to do now is trying to get the gunk out of her eyes. I found a bit of, I found a toothpick and a little bit of sort of soft cotton, and my plan is to sort of put that around the soft, put the toothpick inside the soft cotton and just try and sort of wipe in there. There's actually quite a lot of scratches in there. How she's got scratches on her eyelids, I don't know. Well, I am really pleased with the results. So this is Rose, as I've named her, and she has come up so clean and shiny. She's not perfect, you know. I mean, who of us is really? But her hair, look at that hair. That is smooth. I don't know if you can see the shine on it. There's a really good shine on the top. It is still, you know, not perfect, but it was obviously seriously sort of brushed out. So you remember last time I showed you it was a completely matted mess. Well, now I think it's smooth. I can comb it through really easily. Anyway, she is much, much cleaner. She's come up a treat. She is the English Rose that I knew her to be. Now the clothes, I have actually washed them. I've washed the little dress. That's actually come up better than I thought, to be honest, but I am not going to put these on again. I'm thinking I can use this as a pattern, so that's what I'm planning. And also with these beautifully made, handmade knickers, I thought that what I could do with these is, again, use this as a little bit of a pattern to make us some bloomers. The tights, I don't think there really is any purpose to them whatsoever, and as you can clearly see now, one leg is on completely backwards. So yeah, so that's where we are. We have a clean dolly with hair that is beautiful and brushable now. I need to make her a little outfit. So I've got some fabric which was a failed dress. I don't often show you complete fails on this channel. This was from before I started the YouTube channel actually. But I have a failed bodice. I didn't actually end up making the skirt, but the bodice was a complete and absolute fail. So I have that fabric and it's really quite a nice sort of 60s look. So this is the fabric. This is the top. It was a disaster. It didn't work at all. But the fabric I think is quite nice and 60s. I think this would make a really nice dress. I might even take the bias binding off and use that on it as well. So that's my plan for the dress. So I think the next thing I'll be doing for her is making her a little outfit. But anyway, for now, I'm really pleased with the result. I'm really pleased with how the bath turned out, how the hair, boil, wash and all that turned out. So we will see you next time. Bye.